Everybody quiet? You guys excited to, Mike? You guys excited for summer break? One more day? Who's excited?
Heck, you know.
Oh, you want to stay in school? Who's got summer school? Raise your hand.
What?
Be honest. Who's got summer school? At least you're honest, right? Where are my sixth graders at? Where's my sixth graders at? You guys made these cards for me? You guys made these for me? Thank you guys. I appreciate it. They make some really awesome cards for me. I want to introduce my special guest today. She didn't want me to put her on blast, but my daughter, this is one of my daughters. I got 4 kids, if you guys remember, but this is my youngest daughter. Her name is Tiara. She's in the 1st grade. And she was supposed to go to school today, but we got a call from her school that for some reason school wasn't going to be open today because there was something wrong with the building. Today was supposed to be her last full day, and tomorrow's a half a day. And she hears me coming home talking about you guys and how awesome you guys are. I took a lot of pictures the last time I was here. She was all up on the computer looking at you guys. And she loves what I do, and she said, "Daddy, can I come today?" So I want you guys to give a round of applause to my daughter Tiara. She's nervous, but I wanted to come here today. How many of you guys heard me speak the last time I was here? Raise your hand. If I actually spoke to you guys, raise your hand. Okay? All right. If you didn't hear me speak when I was here last time, raise your hand. Okay? Raise your hand if you didn't see me here last week. I need to see your hand. Raise them up. If you didn't see me speak last week, okay. You didn't see me speak? You heard me, so now you raise your hand. No. But listen up, guys. For those of you guys that do not know who I am, I'm only going to be here a little bit. And you guys know why I'm here today? Because I told you I'd come back, right? I told you guys when I was here last week that normally when I go to high schools and I present to high schools, that I do something that's called the Champions Challenge. And I have certificates that I pass out to the students that I speak to. And because you guys are my first kindergarten through 8th grade school, I've never really done an auditorium session. It's usually in a classroom, so I didn't have all your names and stuff like that. But because you guys are 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, you know, I told you guys, and I always keep my word, do my best to do that I would come back and give you guys the certificate because I challenged you guys last week. Okay? Without blurting it out or raising your hand, what's one of the things that I challenged you guys with last week? Anybody know? I need to see a hand on the call you out. Has every one of you heard me speak? You in the middle, right here, with the cool story shirt on? Yep, you. Yep. What was one of the things that I spoke about last week? Stand up, because I can't hear you. Come on, stand up. You weren't here last week? Are you sure? Was she here last week? She was here?
She wasn't in the auditorium.
Oh, you didn't hear me in the classroom speak? Okay. Who raised their hand? You? Stand up. It's okay. What was one of the things that I talked about last week? Hold up, guys. Give me some respect. He said I talked about overcoming some of the challenges in life. Does anybody remember some of the challenges that I had in life? What'd you say? I can't hear you. Drinking, getting high, selling drugs, going to jail, making some bad mistakes. Told you guys that because of me trying to be irresponsible. Listen up, guys. Listen up. Because I take this serious. For those of you guys that didn't hear me speak, the only way that you guys can actually accept this challenge is to really understand what's out there, what's really going on. And I asked you guys, how many of you guys want to end up a high school dropout? Raise your hand. Nobody raised their hand. I asked you guys, how many of you guys want to end up going to jail? Raise your hand. Nobody. You want to go to jail? You want to go to jail? For real? No, you don't. And then I asked you guys, I read some statistics to you guys about young people. And I was just back over at Mumford High School yesterday. I was at Mumford. And I was talking to the high school kids, and I told them that a lot of you 8th graders are getting ready to move on to high school. And when I went into this classroom, guys, I asked everybody, you know, what is your grade in this class? Do you guys know that 90% of the class stood up with an F? failing. And that's just not in that ninth grade class, guys. That's how it is across the board in most high schools in the city. And here's the reality. You guys are moving on. Some of you guys are moving on next year to the ninth grade. And I promise you guys that you don't want to go to school for a whole year just to fail and do it all over again. It's a waste of time. And when people come to school just to go to school and do no work, they're wasting their education, their opportunities. But I asked everybody, I said, okay, but what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to do when you get older? I want to be a doctor. I want to be a football player. I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a business owner. Well, what's your grade? I got an F. I said, okay, sir, what college is going to take you with a failing grade? I said, well, why do you got an F? Well, I'm lazy. I don't like doing work. Okay? And I said, well, if you're lazy and you don't like doing work, but you want to be a business owner, how do you expect to run a business successfully if you're lazy and you don't want to work? So I challenge you kids, and I'll challenge you guys right now. You guys, it all starts with school. If you want to be successful in life, let me ask that question again. How many of you guys want to be successful in life? Raise your hand. Honestly. If you want to be successful in life, you want to do something great with your life, raise your hand. And how many of you guys know, honestly, hear what I'm saying to you, that it starts with school. And you guys that are moving on, who's moving on to the ninth grade next year? Raise your hand. All my eighth graders. All right? All my eighth graders. Yeah, why don't you guys stand up and everybody else give the eighth graders a hand. Stand up, eighth graders. Stand up. You can have a seat. I just want to say congratulations. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Listen up. I want to say congratulations to you guys that you're moving on. But you know what? Don't let eighth grade be, listen up, don't let eighth grade be your last graduation. Walk across that stage when you're a senior at the high school that you're going to. Receive your diploma so that you guys can move on to college and do whatever else that you guys want to do. Because I can tell you right now that even though I dropped out of high school, I was able to turn things around, but the majority of people who drop out of high school don't turn things around. The majority of people who drop out of high school really don't do much with their life. And every single one of you guys, and I talked to you guys last time, have greatness within you to do great things with your life. How many of you guys believe that? How many of you guys believe that you have greatness within you? Raise your hand. Okay? So whatever it is that you want to do with your life, and whatever it is that you want to become, how many of you guys know that you can become that? Raise your hand. And if you guys go into high school, and you guys end up getting Fs, and you guys end up dropping out of high school, whose choice was that? Say it. Whose choice? Just like it was my choice to drop out of school. But I want to challenge you, eighth graders. Okay? When I read those statistics to you, that 50% of African Americans drop out of high school, and I asked you guys how many of you guys want to drop out of high school, nobody raises their hand. I got a challenge for you guys. To move on to high school, listen, to move on to high school and break those statistics. Break the statistics that are ahead of you. Break the statistics of people who have already gone before you to the high school you're getting ready to go to, who have dropped out. I'll share a story with you. There was a kid that was a senior over at Mumford High School. Senior, getting ready to graduate. Matter of fact, graduation is tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday. And in his senior year, with just a few weeks to go, he decides to steal his teacher's cell phone and her computer. He stole her cell phone and her computer. Do you know that not only did he get expelled from Mumford, not only is he not going to be able to graduate high school this year, walk with his class, but they just banned him from going to any high school in the state of Michigan. So because of one poor choice and one bad decision, my man worked hard to get all the way to where he was as a senior, and because of one foolish decision, he basically just X'd himself out from being able to graduate high school in the state. And that's why when I speak to young people, that I really speak to you guys to be able to begin to think You guys are getting ready to be out of high school or out of school and move into the summer vacation. And you guys are going to be faced with things because you're going to be at home. There's going to be things going on your block. There's going to be things you're exposed to, maybe new things that you're presented with, temptations to do certain things. It's my prayer that you guys remember to really think about the choices that you make, because one bad choice, one bad decision could cause you guys to be X'd out of wherever you're going. I see it all the time. You guys have seen it. I ask you guys, how many of you guys are disappointed with the older brother or sister that you've seen go before you who made bad mistakes? I see hands go up. Well, don't walk in that same thing, guys. You guys can rise up. So what is the Champions Challenge, guys? The Champions Challenge is basically that I'm not going to be a statistic. I'm not going to be a statistic. I'm going to graduate high school. I know that I got greatness living within me right now. No matter what neighborhood you come from, no matter what your situation is, no matter what you've gone through, no matter how it looks even now, you have the ability to rise up and overcome your challenges and your circumstances. You have the power to do that. You have the power to choose right and wrong. How many of you guys know the difference between right and wrong? Raise your hand. Right and wrong. Everybody should. We learned that as a kid. So I challenge you this. When you're faced with things after you get out of school this summer and you know right from wrong, I challenge you to make the right decision and do what's right. It don't matter if your friends are doing wrong. It don't matter if you're tempted to do wrong. Remember the consequences, guys. You know, having a little bit of sex that you guys may be doing now or could lead to what happened with me, guys. Being involved with 2 abortions. Even though I got beautiful kids, I was responsible for 2 abortions, and that's not something I'm proud of. And I watched a video the other day. Do you know that the leading cause of death of African Americans is abortion? Abortion. The African American women have the highest statistic of HIV. And these statistics and things that I talk to you guys about should really speak to you. Because you can't say, oh, not me. Because I'm sure the person that's got AIDS right now probably said, oh, not me. Or the person that got pregnant on their first time having sex said, oh, not me. Or the person that got another type of STD said, oh, not me. So I really challenge you guys to think this summer, wherever you go, whatever you do, however old you are, to really make some right decisions. So even though you guys heard me speak, you know my story, I'm going to put this challenge on the table and I'm going to let you guys go back to class. I didn't come to do an all-day event today. But my challenge is this, guys, because I got a bunch of certificates with your names on them. I told you I'd come back, okay? And these certificates are specifically for people who are serious about their future, who recognize that they are a champion, that they have greatness within them, and they're not going to submit to the things that are causing young people just like you all over this country to be shoved under the rug, to die, to go to jail, to have all those things happen to them. And as you know, because I've been here before, I really do care about you guys, and that's why I even came back today. I wanted to make sure that I was able to come back and fulfill my word of what I said to you. So what I want to do is I want to call out the 6th graders right now. Because 6th graders, if you're serious about your future and you really want to do something with your life and not become a statistic, then I want you to stand up right now. 6th graders, stand up. If that's you. Okay? Where's the 6th grade teacher of these students? Can you come up here and help me with these names? I don't want to blow these names. All right, so I'm going to do this the way I think it should be done. Normally, I give the teacher the certificates and everybody gets one. But because we got time, I'm sure you guys would rather be in here in the class. I'll take the whole, 9:15 for you guys, so we don't have to go back to class. So I'm gonna call your names off, and if sixth graders, where'd you go? Stand up for me. I didn't tell you to sit down. If this is you, I know this isn't a graduation, but this is important to me, and I hope it's important to you, and I want to read your name off, and then if that's you, I want you to come up and get your certificate. Ali Edwards. Give him a hand. Ali, you're a champion, bro. Tyree Franks. Is it Deasia Freeman? You don't like coming up here? You want to give a speech? Yeah. No? Sierra Green. Cool story of the house. Here you go, Sierra. What you would do is just sign your name right here. Simeon Green. Simeon's wearing the #1 college in the nation jersey today. Go blue. All right, young man. Here you go, man. Just take this. Sign your name. Ayana Hannibal. Kelly Jefferson. No. Where's my boy Devontae Johnson at? Where's Devontae? Remember how I gave you guys those contact cards to reach out to me if you ever need to reach out to me? This young man reached out to me the first day and has such a heart and a passion to see young people become all they were created to be, that me and this guy are actually formulating a plan on how to reach young people. So Devontae, this is for you, buddy. God bless you, man. Jazaria Johnson. That's James McLean. Sorry, if you weren't here the other day, I'm going to be back next year, hopefully. Give it up for James. Is Mrs. Ward's here? All right, can I have Mrs. Bortz's class stand up? Mrs. Bortz's class. Are you in Miss Morrison's class? Stand up. Peyton Burden. Give him a hand. Cynthia Burton. Rocking the Adidas. Brandon Cooper. They call you Big Coop? He's got a new nickname, Big Coop. Precious Gifts. You know, when a name like Precious doesn't get you all excited. It's okay. Ayana Hardy. Everybody else, could you be quiet, please? Kiana Littleton. Dakota Meadows. Aaliyah Meeks. Mariah Newland. Alicia Neely. Come on, Gina. Go on. No? Let him in. I'll say it one more time. Alicia Neely. Come on, Alicia. Oh, you're right here. You want it? Okay. She don't want it? I'm not going to make her head. Nicholas Ross. Malik Singleton. D'Angelo Smith. D'Angelo Smith. Oh, here he comes. He's sleeping in the back. Tired, man?
Man, get that jacket down, boy.
Nicoya Jones. Daviana White. Or where? I'm sorry. Daviana where? Where's Daviana? DeMarco Whitsett. DeMarco's a bad fan. Exodus Pentecost. Sante Terry. Louis Simmons. Jalen Walker. Shanika Washington. Yes. Where's Shanika Washington? You want to come up here? Okay. Are you sure? I see you. Are you an 8th grader? You don't want this? Okay. Benny Williams. Dontarius Williams. Eduardo Yarborough. Where's Miss Smith? Demaze Burden. Mark Lee Goodwin. China Green. Jalen Hawkins. Mayada Johnson. Deontay Jones. Devontae Lacey. Tanika McKenzie. Michaela Swift. Andre Costa. Give it up for Andre. Sierra Watkins. China Williams. Devontae Williams. Mr. Cannon, where's Raven at? Deshaun Blackshear. Nicholas Gregory. Messiah Hicks. Angelique Colbert. Dave Johnson. Keanu Johnson. Andre Jones. EMAN Jones. OD Jones. Dejan Lee. Imani Mason. Where's Imani at? Right here. It's all good, man. You take it. Arlinda Matthews. Tanetta Nathan Allen. Catherine Riggs. Okay, somebody with the greatest name in the room, Justin Bailey. Where's Justin Bailey at? He told me his name was Justin last week. I thought he was joking, but it really is. Sean Beckman. Jonathan Bryson. Hey, John. Give him a hand. Devontae Clemens. Where's Devontae at? Devontae's slow motion today. But again, Devontae is wearing the #1 college in the nation. Oh, blue.
You gonna go to Michigan? You gonna go to Michigan?
James Craft. Keon Fisher. Javon Doss. Alright, hold up. Where's Victor Jackson at? Where's Victor at? Point at Victor for me. Victor, I need you to come up here, sir. Come on. Victor's my boy. Give Victor a hand. Natisha Jackson. Kyle Jones. Diamond Knott. Jalen Marbury. Deer Parks. Where's Deer at? Where's Deer? Get up here, girl. Give her a hand.
She wants to give me a hug.
Tyler Pearson.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Come on. Did anybody not get a certificate that was here last week? If you see me last week, don't be shy. Give me a certificate, raise your hand. All right, I need everybody quiet. We gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up. We got like a couple minutes. I need everybody quiet. We need to finish up. Please, 5 more minutes. Everybody quiet. Quiet. Fold. He said fold. So listen up. There might be some of you guys that if you have a name misspelled, you can get with me. I gave you guys those cards last week and I got some more up here. All you gotta do is email me or get a hold of me on Facebook or you can call me. If there's a name spelled wrong, I'll make sure that I get it fixed and send you a new one. Also, some of you guys did not get the color certificates because I normally have a professional print shop that does these for me, but because I didn't get these names until yesterday, I had to do them on my own and my printer ran out of ink. So if you got a black and white one and you want a colored one, same thing. If you get a hold of me, one way or another, I'll get you guys a colored one, okay? But I want everybody right now that has a certificate in your hand, I want you to stand up right now. Stand up. I want you to stand up. You got a certificate, you need to stand up. Stand up. Seriously. Because just getting a certificate isn't the champion's challenge. Okay? And I need everybody to be quiet because this is the most important part. Okay? Listen up. Listen up. I know if I had you guys individually, one-on-one, I'd have a way more focus from you. I know that. Because when you're in a group, you want to hang out, you want to laugh. But I want you to know right now that if you have this certificate in your hand and what we're about to do, listen, it's about you. It's about you. Because watch this. If you look around right now at the people around you, your friends, and who are your friends today? Listen, my friend in the back. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Security, we can start pulling people because they can go home. We're not going to be disrespectful. He's trying to teach you guys something, motivate you, but again, ignorance at an all-time high. So let's show some respect, or you will be gone.
Is that a Michigan ring on your finger?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's another Michigan fan right there. No blue. All right, but listen up, guys. I want you to remember this. This is about you, okay? When you look around at the friends that you're sitting with right now, please stand up. That you're standing with, you guys, these people aren't going to be in your life when you're my age. Maybe a couple of them will be, but the majority of them won't. So what we're doing right now is about you, and I really want you to take this serious. And I know that the most of you guys do. I know there's some talkers and some people that aren't paying attention. But the majority of you guys take this serious because this is your future. It's not my future. It's your future. So what we're going to do is 2 things. We're going to take the certificate. I told you guys, I have a little creed. It's called the Champion's Creed. And what we're going to do is we're going to read this out loud because this is what's called a confession. It's called a confession. And if you guys understand the power of speaking positive, okay, there's life and death in the power of the tongue. And when you speak, you can literally speak negative, and what are you going to get back? Negative. You can speak positive, and you're going to get positive back. I talk about reaping and sowing. If you sow a seed in the ground, it's an apple seed, what are you going to get? An apple tree. Okay? If we sow seeds of ignorance and disrespect, we're going to get that back. So on the count of 3, we're going to read this out loud. I want you to hear it. And I don't, if you're afraid to do it because of the person next to you, then you're really not a champion because champions are leaders, they're not followers. How many leaders do I got in the room? Raise your hand. Okay? So then everybody that's raising their hand right now needs to participate. Don't just say you're a leader. Let me see that you're a leader. And then secondly, when we're all done, I'm going to have both sides that have certificates move to the middle, and we're going to do a group picture. Okay? It's okay. You say what? All right, so on the count of three, guys, if you're really leaders and you're really serious about being successful in life, listen up. I don't want to see anybody get pulled out and not graduate tomorrow because you're disrespectful. Because it won't be me pointing you out. You guys are looking right now. If you want to be a champion, if you want to become all that you're created, you know you have greatness within you, you don't want to be one of the statistics that we talked about, then on the count of three, we're going to do this together. And if you don't do it, then you're just telling yourself that you're really not serious. Okay? Actions speak louder than words. So grab your certificate, and I need to hear you because we'll do it again a second time if we don't do it right the first time. But on the count of three, we're going to read this right below your name. 1, 2, 3. I am a champion. I am not a statistic. I am a champion. I will use wisdom in my decision making. I am a champion. I will not be influenced to make bad decisions. I am a champion. I am a leader and will hold my fellow champions accountable. I am a champion and will choose to be different. I make a declaration today that I will no longer be limited by my circumstances. I choose to be a champion for my generation and generations to come. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand, guys. It's your future. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand, guys. Come on. All right, so I want you guys to remain standing right here. I'm going to come down here with you guys. But I want you guys to move to the middle. Don't be touching each other. Don't be pushing each other. But move to the middle. I want you to hold your certificate up in the air. And we're going to take a picture, okay?
Raven, you take a picture.